In Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist John Ziegler.
All right, well, getting outside right now, 50 degrees out there. Temperatures have remained cool despite areas to our north with the rain. So temperatures have fallen around 7 or 8 degrees. A little bit of rain came in. And look at Montello. They were at 59, 60, but now the rain's coming in there. You'll also probably drop 8 to 10 degrees. But it feels like a nice, I'd say, early spring rainy day. And you can see the area that is rain-cooled. We have the 50s or even the 40s in Watertown. We've seen some scattered showers. Janesville, there was a scattered thunder shower, but otherwise this is mainly just some rain. And you can see the areas I was talking about. Montello, Camp Douglas, closer to the 60 mark. Scattered showers, couple of rumbles. Looks like we got one more downpour showing up near Lodi. It's going to be just north of Wanakee over there, coming into maybe Middleton Cross Plains. Very light rain for the most part, besides that 1 or 2 weak thunderstorms. This is the boundary. This boundary right here from Rapid City over to Madison is the same warm front that will impact us tomorrow. So it's going to be hanging out over the next 24 hours. Not a whole lot of rain tomorrow morning. Then as we go to tomorrow evening, the threats start to go up for storms. There's a couple of things going against the storm activity. It's the timing of the storms. You'll notice at 5, we're still north of the warm front. Nothing can be severe before 5 because we don't have instability. The instability hovers the warm front south. Instability is what carries the threat for storms. So as we go into the evening, that's when we get underneath it, but it's later. It's more 5 to 11. The best chance for any tornadic activity is always going to be 2 to 7 every single time. That's because that's the warmest time of the day. That doesn't mean you can't have tornadoes at 10 or 11. They will always be weaker tornadoes, at least here in this part of the country. You could have a snowstorm, which they have a blizzard warning out for the Dakotas. I mean, this is another very strong setup. Maybe you're thinking, this seems oddly similar, and it is. We matched up Friday's threats. Look at this. You even have them 2 separate moderate threats. And just again, you have moderate threats in the same almost region. Once again, the tornado outbreak for Iowa and Illinois, they got to do the same thing over again. And we're going to be on the edge of these hazards. So looking at the severe threat, wind is going to be your highest threat. Tornadoes, medium. Hail and flooding are going to be low because it's an early season high shear event. That's typically wind and hail. The timing of this is a little bit different than Friday. Friday's was more 4 to 9. This is 5 to 11. Close, a little later. But if you look at the area, the regions we're going to be talking about with the impacts, same. Enhanced threat in Madison, that small sliver of a moderate threat down in Platteville. As you get to Baraboo, north, the threats will diminish because it's not going to be as warm up there. Let's dissect the 3. The tornado threat is really going to be focused in the southern portion of the state, hovering Grant County and Lafayette County and portions of Greene County. Wind threat is for all of us. That's going to be for straight line wind damage. I would call these both medium threats, but a medium threat for tornadoes for us in Wisconsin is high. Medium threat in, Oklahoma, is actually medium, if that makes sense. Medium threats here are high. Hail, low threat. The hail is going to stay in Iowa. What about getting out and voting tomorrow? The best chance to vote before severe weather is going to be in the first 2 time slots here. Morning before work. Lunchtime is not a bad time. You might have a little rain, but not going to be severe. Severe threat really comes in that 5, 6, 7 o'clock time frame, especially when you get to 7, 8. Closing the polls is going to be a little bit more dangerous, and if you don't want to be waiting outside at this time, you need to have alerts at 7 or 8. So please be checking your phone or any radar before you go out and vote at 7 or 8 o'clock. Temperatures are going to be on a wild ride. 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, 48 degrees. 9 o'clock, 50. Midnight, 54. 3 a.m., 60. This is a problem. The severe weather wants to be in the cooler time zone. As I think the best chance for severe weather is closer to midnight, and that should lower the impacts. If this was going to be hitting us at 2, 3, 4, 5, we would be in trouble here, probably having a tornado outbreak. I think we'll have a couple tornado warnings tomorrow as they leak in. The better chance will be south of, really south of the border, but definitely south of Madison tomorrow, just because those temperatures are really going to struggle to warm up during the middle of the day. We've got us at 53 for a high, but the temperatures at 3 a.m., will be at 60, so it's going to be a weird one.